Good evening, and tonight I'd like to make a video about how to force roam a US Cellular phone. It's CDMA. You can force roam the CDMA in a way. It's not 100% guaranteed, but I got mine working. So I'm going to tell you how to do it. Alright. Well, firstly, turn on the phone, US Cellular. See, you got 4G, everything's fine as if the phone was normal. Let's unlock it. Okay. Now, great, come on up here, focus. It doesn't like to focus on these OLED screens. Okay. Alright, here's what you do. This should do it. Okay. As y'all can see, I'm on US Cellular. Everything's connected as it normally would be. So, how do you do it, you may ask? And the roaming partner is not guaranteed which one it will be either. It can be Verizon or Sprint. But, alright, here's what you do. You can either open up this one. But I just say download this one because it's a little bit easier. It's called, just type in hidden settings and it should pop up in the Play Store. So let's open it. Wait, y'all ain't supposed to see that yet. Okay. Alright. Take two. Alright, here's what you can do. Here it is. This the screen you get. Now, to get the same effect as this one, you go to radio info and you can change it to CDMA only and fool around with that kind of stuff. But just to get it roaming, here's what you need to do. You need to make sure there's nothing there. Okay. Turn on airplane mode, because if not, only United States, then Cellular 800, and automatic will pop up. So, click on this, you get all this. You only get this one, and this one if you don't put it in airplane mode. Now you turn airplane mode off, and then you click on PCS. And now I have the roaming triangle. You're going to see here in a second. Where it says hello, my roaming partner. Let's try a different one here. I don't have my other one on this page. Wait, we don't need hidden settings again. Alright, there it is. Verizon. In my area, Verizon is the default roaming carrier. That's the one that shows up first as a primary partner. And if Verizon is not available, then it's switch to Sprint. And you can only switch to Sprint. And I can get 1x in 3G or EVDO on Verizon, but only 1x then LTE on Sprint. So it's kind of pick or choose kind of thing. Okay. You can change this also. If you want a video about that, I can upload that too. How to change the LTE roaming over to Sprint. You can't do Verizon or AT&T. You can only do Sprint. And I think if you live in an area that gets this T-Mobile, you can do that too. If you don't want to do Sprint. Okay. And y'all want proof? I'll give you proof. Alright. Make sure there's nothing there. I'm just going to dial 1.
Welcome Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. Announcement for switch 170-4. Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. Announcement for switch 170-4.
So you see, it is in fact roaming. That's because I locked the phone to 1900 megahertz PCS. I locked it to PCS Spectrum. US Cellular does not carry PCS in my area. I don't even, to my knowledge, they don't anywhere. I don't know. But if they do, if they carry both 800 and PCS, then you're lost on this. But assuming that they don't, you can force run the phone if you want to. It's the only way I know how to get it working. Okay, when you're done, go back in your hidden settings. Next, you want to lock the 800 megahertz. Go right ahead and click Cellular 800, but don't click this one. This won't give you signal at all. Click Automatic. Now you see it's still roaming. Oh wait, no it's not. Fix it on its own. Sometimes you have to airplane mode off to get it to work. And by the way, where it says GSM UMTS, I guess it's lying. I don't know why it says that, because it's changing to CDMA also. And it's not even interfering with my LTE, I don't think. To my knowledge, let's find out. Let's see what band I'm on. I'm on band 5, which is about 850 megahertz. So, yeah. Good to know. Okay. I got a text message. Alright. Getting out of here. Bye. And also, I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video, but please, do not do this all the time. It is not a good idea. Because don't just put the phone in the force roaming all the time and think you're going to get away with it. Because it's a little... I know with US Cellular, they have it set up to where their terms and conditions say they don't want you going over 50% on voice on roaming. They say at least 50% has to be in the native network. So do not do this all the time. Do not. Only do it if you absolutely need to. If there's a good reason for it, like you're in a bad signal area or something like that. And if your house is in a bad signal area, it might just be best to switch carriers. And still, there's no guarantee that it will work because of how US Cellular has it set up. And you can probably do this on, well, Sprint mostly uses PCS for their network, but you might be able to do it the other way around and switch to 800 and give Verizon US Cellular. And I'm pretty sure Verizon uses 800 megahertz in a lot of places. It's just that they have it set up that way. Here, for some reason, I don't know if they even have 800 megahertz here. Maybe that's why their network is not exactly the best here. So, anyway, getting out of here. Bye. And please don't do this all the time, or else you might get kicked off of your cell phone provider. So, if you want to get kicked off, go right ahead. I'm glad I don't monetize my videos, or else I'm going to get accused of clickbait. Either way, if you do not if you don't roam, like, by the way, if you don't switch it back to automatic afterwards, you can decrease your coverage area, because there's probably some places where they only have high frequency bands and not the 800 megahertz. So it's a bit of a weird process, but if you need it, it's there. So either way, getting out of here.